Here's a quick demo of how to tune your car on the iPhone. On the iPhone and the Android, it's a little bit different. I'll show you the Android, but I'll first show you how I do it for the iPhone, because it is a little bit difficult. On the Android, we can actually enter in our numbers, but here you can't. So what I like to do is, for the knock, it's quite simple, because if you tap high up here or back here, it moves by 1, so that makes it very simple. Nothing to explain there. But on the final drive and your gears, you can't, when you tap it, it moves by tens. I mean, actually by the hundreds plates. So you're moving by 100s there. So let's say you wanted your thousands would be, let's say it's a let's just say it's a 6 or whatever. Okay, let's just try to get 6. What I do is I would try to get the last digit to that 6 by sliding the slider here back and forth, and as you see there, I just hit 6, and then from there I can just tap back and up by 10 to what I need it to be. And on your first through 6 gears, what I like to do is, what makes it easy is, if you would just slide them all back to 0, well, it only goes to 4. I start from the last gear and I work my way up. Let's say I needed this gear at 600, so I leave it there. Then I go on to my next gear higher, and then next gear higher, and that's how you would do it for the iPhone. That's the easiest way until they update it. Now let me show you what it is for the Android. So to tune your car for the Android, it's extremely simple, because we still have the where you tap it moves by 10. We can still do that, but if you tap right here, we can enter in our gears and final drives manually. So whatever we need it to be, we can enter it in. But you can't do that for the Apple until they get you guys an update. So as you can see on the Apple, it is kind of a pain in the butt when you're trying to tune to the thousands. But for now, I mean, hopefully this will help you guys out, and until they can update it, this is kind of what you're stuck with. So one last tip, what I do so I don't fat finger and the screen and accidentally move it while I'm tuning, is if once I get, let's say I get my NOS to what I want, I just go to the preset, save it, then I'll do my final drive, what I want, preset, save it, then I'll just go, start from the bottom up. And as I'm doing these, because when I'm tuning to the thousands and you get it right to what you want, and then you do your next one and you find that you go too far, but then you go back and then you change the gear below it, that can be frustrating. So every time you get a gear that you want it, save it, and then and then move on to your next, and then save it, and just keep doing that all the way until you're up and from all the way from your last gear to your first gear. So just keep saving it. And that, that little tip, it might not seem like a big deal, but when you're tuning to the thousands and then you get it where you want, and then you hit your next gear by accident, it can really be a pain in the butt. So make sure you're saving your progress every step until you get your tune the way you want, and then you get the tune the way you want. You got 4 different slots to save. So that's a little tip. Now, I mean, for the Android, obviously you see that we can change it. We for the Android users had to put up with this for a very long time, so hopefully they will get this update for you guys soon and you won't have to put up with this. But it is important, if you're using someone else's tune and you expect to hit the time that they're hitting, you have to enter in the values exactly as displayed. I mean, if you're off by even a thousandth of a digit and you're saying, hey, it's not, I'm not hitting the same, well, you kind of have yourself to blame. So make sure you copy it over exactly.